Dufferinos, 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 Dufferinos. Okay. Hey, everybody.
Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm doing good. Are you doing good?
Okay. Is everybody there? Everybody? Roll call, roll call. Everybody's there. Oh, Marinelle. Oh, yeah. Hit the like button. All right, here we go. So, I just got a call on the hotline. Very important call. But the accent was so heavy, I almost couldn't make out what she was saying. No, I'm just teasing you, Marinelle. I knew it was you right away. Even as I read the transcript, I said, I know who this is. So Marinelle asked if I can make a recording of this Westphalia waltz. You know, I said, over the course of time, we're going to the place where we have the Westphalia waltz, and we're playing a different chord on every bar. So what I'm going to do two things in that regard. I'm going to make a recording of that. I'll just put my make a recording of myself playing the fiddle, and then I'll play along with it on the guitar. And I think I'll do a video as well as audio, and then I'll post up the chord chart. Okay, so you can see what we're doing. Now I'm working on a couple of things. I just haven't figured out where to host all this stuff yet. I want to host the materials that go with each of the Duffer classes in a convenient place. I don't want to necessarily put them on Patreon because can't really put up a folder and throw stuff in it, you know, because I want to make one spot and just toss things in as we go along here. So I haven't sorted that out yet. Maybe a Google Drive folder. I'm also messing with Discord as a place to store things, but I'll get that sorted out in the next week. But anyway, I will make a recording of Westphalia Waltz basically the end point, you know, where we're going with all those chords. And, you know, related to that, I got a very nice message from Bruce Sedloff, who is a patron and a regular watcher of the Duffers for guitar for backup for Duffers. And he said, you know, we're doing this one chord where we go on the second part of Westphalia Waltz, you know, and then I showed you this chord here, this F sharp 7. Well, he said, well, I can't use a bar chord. Well, you can if you're familiar with the bar chords. Let me get the finger view going here. Just one second. This is a bit of a digression, but I think it's worthwhile. You know, so I showed you this chord, and I'll put up a chart for this chord too. Once I figure out where this place is, I'm going to throw all these things. So that chord there, that F sharp 7. But you know, and he suggested, well, why can't you just use the bar chord? You could. You go. But that chord's so much cooler. You know, that's one thing. And I don't really like bar chords, so relative to that, I'm going to let you in on a secret you may not know. You know, bar chords, everybody learns bar chords. They teach them, electric guitar players play them. But, you know, really, for playing on acoustic guitar, it's better to not think of them as bar chords and just think of them as chords that you put your fingers down straight. So, like, if I was going to play that F sharp bar chord, what I'm really playing is this. I'm only playing the bottom 4 strings. So it's much easier to do. It's more like a regular chord where I'm just putting individual fingers down than trying to do this ridiculous bar, and then that's really hard. It's really hard on your wrist, you know, and it just, so try just what I'm doing. Now, I hope this is clear to everybody what I'm doing here. But what I'm doing is I'm just putting this finger down here on the E string, you know, like I would on a bar, like if that was the bar, I'm making that F sharp bar chord. And then, you know, so I've got individual fingers instead of just this I'm not bothering with this bar. So basically I'm not playing the top 2 strings at all. The E and B string. And you know that bar chord is just E moved up the neck, you know. So I just wanted to bring that up. That was a very good mention there, Bruce. Thank you very much for bringing that up. Because you could just play, you can just play that F sharp major chord, you know. So, but I like this so much better. It's got color. It's got color. You know, we talked about this. I don't know if we talked about this in the other Duffer classes. You were doing a lot of scales. We're not doing so much with scales here. But you know, your major triad, your major chord is made up of the first, third, and fifth scale degrees. So you only need 3 notes to play the triad. So most of these chords, the cowboy chords I call them, you're just playing 3 notes, some combination of those 3 notes that make up that chord. But it's the 4th note, the color note that colors the chord. It gives it, you know, it tells you things about the chord, where it's going. It creates musical tension, you know, like this G. Like later on, I'll show you. We're playing this open G now, but I'll show you this jazzy G, you know, like Ray Benson would play with Asleep at the Wheel, you know. So that's where we're going. But right now, we're going to play some tunes. So let's play. We're going to do all the things in G we've been doing. We're going to run through them real quickly here. I've got my little recordings. If everything works according to form. If you have any other questions about any of this, you can call me on the hotline. Marinelle called me on the hotline this morning. That was really sharp because she just called me moments ago. Just call me at 847-920-7587. I'm not going to pick up necessarily, but boom, I'll get a notification. I can read the transcript of your call. It does a very good job, or I can just listen to it. And you can also text me with, you know, everybody loves to text. So you can text me at this line, and I'll text you right back, you know. So, and you can also email me at bigfiddleshow@gmail.com with the caveat that you'll end up on my mailing list if you send me a message. That's the only disclaimer I'll give you. So yeah, you can get hold of me those 2 ways, and you can, if you put something in the chat line, I may or may not remember. It's better to either call me on the hotline, text me, or send me an email, okay? Because then I'll for sure, or you can message me on Facebook too. If we're friends on Facebook, you can do that too. And I'd like to be your friend on Facebook. Just ask me. All right, so let's go ahead and play Coming Around the Mountain. Let's just get warmed up here. We're going to play in G. Here it goes. Can we hear it? Here it comes. Come on, baby. Come on, sweet cheeks. Here we go. Can you hear that? Stay back here, behind the sound hole, or back of the sound hole. Yeah, get that punch back here, right? Not out here. Back here. Yeah, okay, good. All right, so far so good. Let's try a little sugar in the coffee. Here we go. G. Oh yeah, little E minor there. There's one kind of cool thing you can do there I haven't shown you yet. you know, if you're doing that, I'm talking about the back 4 bars of the tune. You know, it's an 8-bar part. So. Substitute bass line for now let's think about how that fits in there. So that what's happening there is what really the chord. There's another chord we're not putting in on that second 4 bars, the G7. So normally we could put a G7 between the G and the C. Now whenever you hear a 7 chord like this, well, that's kind of your blues sounding chord. In the world of Western music, if you play that chord, there's only one place to go. If I'm in G and I play a G7 chord, I have to go to the 4 chord. It violates all rules of the known universe. If I don't go, if I hear that, I have to go here, so it'll resolve. Okay. So what's really going on is I'm not going to do that particular way because that's kind of clumsy. But what I might do, now if I was doing that, I might actually stop playing chords and just play that bass line. Let's listen to that again. This is it's a very useful device. If you listen to Pat on the piano, she's doing this constantly. She's doing it. We call it this. We call this going up, and this is going down. Sorry. Okay. So I'm going to tell you. I'm going to play it one more time, a couple times through, just so you can hear it, and then I'll give you what the notes are. This is a useful digression, I would say. I missed it. Sorry. Figure out what notes I'm using there. Stop, dude. Stop, dude. Okay, let's see if we can figure out what notes I'm using there. I'll go back to the old finger view here. All right, so we're doing. Now normally we'd go. And if we want to do the chromatic run up, it'd be like this. Okay, now, so what we're doing now, instead of replacing that chromatic run up with a chromatic run down. So we're going. Okay, so what I did there is I did a little run up to. Okay, so that's I'm on the D string here. So that's E, F sharp, G. And then I'm going back again on the G string, F natural now, because that's G7, remember? One more time here. Let's see if I can get the right angle on this thing. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's better. Nope, that's not. I went the wrong way. This way. Whoa, whoa. Okay. All right. So. So it's E, F sharp, G, F, E, E flat, D, boom. Then I hit the chord. See, I'm not playing the chord at all through that whole part. I might be like kind of keeping time with the G and the B string, but I'm definitely not like slamming a chord. So there I'm actually muffling the note. Yeah, there you go. All right, so that's another thing to kind of work on, you know. Another little trick. So you can go chromatic up during that back portion of Missouri Rules, and you can go chromatic down. I'll tell you what, tomorrow night at the Big Fiddle Show, which starts at 8 p.m. Central Time, I will show you. I'll show you that. Have Pat show you that. Oh, you know, whoa, what in the world? I tell you what, people, if you're watching this live stream, stay right with me. But I've run way long here. I've run way long. It's if you got a lot of free stuff here. You people watching it in the YouTube archive, because normally I cut it off at 10 minutes. I'm up to 17 minutes almost. Okay, so this is the end of the lesson if you're watching in the archived version. If you want to see the whole thing, go to patreon.com/Charlie Walden. But if you're watching it live right now, just stay right with me, because nothing bad's going to happen. Okay, here we go. Let's come back up here. So now let's play a little bit of, I do want to move on. I think we're going to do Put Your Little Foot, okay? And I'm going to, like I said, I am going to put these audio files I'm using somewhere for you to use them. I haven't just figured out exactly where yet, but when I do, it will be widely disseminated, that piece of information. All right, so let's see. Oh, Susan, yes, hey, yeah, then that's a cool thing, isn't it? I mean, that's like country, that's like in Western swing, that's in blues, you know. All right, let's play a little Put Your Little Foot. It's in G. Remember, it's a 3/4 time tune, but it's not a waltz. It's a Varsuvian. It's a couple dance. You know? So let's just see what happens there.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
It's just 2 chords. So a couple of things were going on there. So now we're in 3/4 time. I like playing waltzes because you've got time to do stuff, you know. But that's the other tricky bit, though, is you have to wait until the right time. So you have to always be counting, playing the tune over in your head. So let's see. Okay, how about that? See, I can break that up a little bit. Bum, boo, doo, doo, doo. Kind of like change. I can change the rhythm around, so I can go even. Doo, 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 doo. 1, 2, 3, 1. Or go. As long as I end up on that downbeat where it's supposed to be, on that D chord, right? I can mess around with the rhythm, and it makes it more interesting, right? It's all about making it more fun. Now, so let me just show you what those runs were, just to, I think we did them in 2/4, but let's just show what they are now. So it's E, B, A, B, C sharp, D. Now the G run is E, F sharp, G. So if I do a little fancier thing to get to the D, though. See, when I'm doing those runs, I don't have to be worrying about playing the chord necessarily, because I'm not going to be. It's not going to be a big space very long, and you don't need a wall of sound to have good accompaniment. You need nuance. You want a little nuance. You're not just wang, 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 all constantly saying at the same volume. You can play around with the dynamics. You can play around with the rhythm a little bit till you get a sideways glance from the fiddle player. Then you have to get back in your box. But as long as they're not giving you any negative feedback, try what you want, I mean, that's what makes it fun. Okay, so now another thing you can do there, see, I've got a long wait on that G. What can I do in that time? So I'm doing this. I'm doing this. So I'm doing open A, B flat, B, just to kind of fill a little space there. So now, let us play. We've done enough with that. That's an easy tune, but again, you got to play it right, or it's not going to sound good. So now we're going to move on, folks. We're going to move on to the Spanish two-step. So we're going to be playing in D now, and I'm going to use this D chord, and then over the thumb bass. But you don't have to do that if you don't want to. Let's go to a different view here. Hey, you know what? If you're enjoying the broadcast and you're not planning to be a patron of the Big Fiddle Show and the Camp Possum, go right now to ko-fi.com, ko-fi.com/Big Fiddle Show, and buy me a cup of coffee. I could use it, man. I need a little caffeine right now, so just go there and buy me a cup of coffee. Doesn't hurt a bit. All right. So now let's play a little bit of this Spanish two-step. It's a Bob Wills tune. It's a two-step. It's a couple dance. And it's a really neat little tune. And the Duffers in Mando for Duffers and in Fiddle for Duffers, they're learning this. Let's see if this is an important communication. No, not yet. Okay, so yeah, they're learning this tune, so we're going to learn it too. All right, so here we go. Spanish two-step. D. A. It only has 2 chords. Don't make a liar out of me. playing. I'm gonna have to re-record that. I can tell. I'm speeding up a little bit. No problem. Okay, a little erratic fiddle playing. What was wrong with that guy? He did it too early this morning when he recorded it. All right, so let's see what we can do with this. So we're just playing 2 chords. So let me get the finger view again. Finger view, close up view of the fingers. So I'm making my D like this, right? Everybody making their D like that. And then sometimes I'm putting this guy over here, but you don't have to. You don't have to. So no bass runs this time. Wait, that's the one funny part about it too. If there's anything weird about that tune, it's that long stretch at the end where you finally, where's the D? Where's the D? Where's the? Oh, there it is. Finally, I don't know how many of you listened to much Bob Wills, especially his early recordings. He was the most, when he sang, time meant nothing to him. But the band was so used to playing with him that they knew right when to come in. There's a really great recording of him playing the song Rosetta, which is a kind of a jazz standard, and he just waits. He goes Rosetta, and then time passes, and then seemingly at a time that makes no difference, he says, "My Rosetta," and the band goes, changes chords. He kept the boys on their toes. I'm telling you right now. All right, so let's play a little bit of that now. Bass runs. See, I did a few bass runs. So. Okay, so that was getting us from A to back to D. So what did I do there? I went open A, C sharp with my ring finger, open D. Wait for it. Okay, so now, how do I get from D to A? So what I'm doing there is I'm going B flat on the A string, sorry, B, second fret, B flat, that's the first fret, open A. We're out of time, folks. My gosh, that went by so fast. Love being with you. Always, every Thursday morning, 11 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Central Time, right here on YouTube. Hope you come back. Hope you enjoyed yourself. If you haven't liked us yet, like it. Get in there and like it. And we'll see you next time. And I'll see you tomorrow night for the Big Fiddle Show number... What number is it? 72. Can you believe it? It's episode 72 of the Big Fiddle Show. And our guests will be Mary Alice Bernal and Joe Sartino and Kathy Hirsch and Barry Fritz, two friends of ours from here in Chicago, another duo from down in Nashville. So don't miss that. Why am I showing you the Big Fiddle Show? That wasn't what I meant to do. All right, we'll see you. We'll see you. Take it easy.
And to your corners. Join your hands circle to
Oh,
the left.
shucks.